They done had us here, there, and all the people that they thought, see, they think peer group pressure. We get them out there and they like attention. They want to be everybody. Well, if you raised in the hole all the time, you ain't never had nobody, no fan club. That's the way you was raised, in the hole, in the penitentiary. They always isolated you. They come and get you. Oh, all other niggas just act a fool some kind of way. But you challenge our authority. You do it on purpose. You know what you're doing. 12, 13 years old. What is he talking about? You must be isolated. You must be segregated. You must be cut off from the population, because if they imitate you, then our authority is gone. That's the same way it is with Boss Man now. That's all it is. We're doing what we've been doing since we was a kid. That's why we do it so well. Because we've been doing it all the time. It ain't, talk about second nature, it ain't even second nature. We grew up doing it. If you get the record from Boss Man, get Boss Man's record. It'll say segregation, adjustment center. They want to do adjustment center. The whole, we call it the whole, all of it. Over and over and over again, all the time. Teaches you to be by yourself. It teaches you many things. What happens is you learn to like yourself. You learn to be with yourself. Other people hate long periods of silence and being alone, because human beings are social, and not me. I like it. I'm right over there. I'll be over there. I don't need no visitor. What I need a visitor for? If I'm downstairs over there, I'm down there. It's no problem. See, whatever you're going to need for the future battle, Allah hooks you up with it. Psycho-spiritual attack, even from behind enemy lines. Nonviolent resistance. Not only is it nonviolent resistance, we not mad at Boss. Boss Man's a pretty mean fella. I tell you, he's so mean, he's unreasonably mean. But he been like that as far as I know, so I ain't mad at him. He can't help doing what he's doing, So we just got to help everybody else lose their helplessness. The big struggle, what we've done here, what we're doing here, we're defeating, or we have defeated in the public Zionist Americanism. And we've been dealing with the old boy. I know we talk about this all the time. But we got Boss Man on the line, or whatever we want to call it, a tractor beam, where the guy can't get away. It's just Hollywood. But we got Boss Man. We developed our own psycho tractor beam. We call it the Negro tractor beam. You think we trying to get away from Boss Man? Boss Man can't get away from us. Because if I catch him walking to the door, hold it, Boss Man, and start dancing around the door and talking crazy, and he got to come back. He ain't going nowhere. Same thing with the Negroes. Watch and see. In 2 minutes, the Negroes out there in California, they'll be calling. I ain't going to answer the phone today. I don't feel like talking to them, but when I feel like it, I'll talk to them. Why? Because they need help. I'm going to help them. I told them in 2014, I was talking to Khadijah and I was talking to Mukhtar in the front of the Masjid, and I said, I'm going to help you guys. And I meant it. You don't know what's going on. I didn't tell them they didn't have a lot of sense, but everybody else made them feel like that. I don't know if you remember, they felt they had to, the Negroes, Abdul Malik them and all of them, just imagine we got a room full of educated people. Everybody at the table got some little petty degree. So they're telling them, Mukhtar and Khadijah, you got to go back to school and get a little I mean, don't listen to me. I'm telling them, you want to learn management? I got the stuff right here. Mukhtar took the stuff to his management class at the college, and his teacher asked him, professor asked him, your leader wrote this? That management stuff. Remember that old stuff on management? He said, yeah. He said, you don't need this management class then. You don't need this management class. If he wrote this, just do that. Because it's superior. Well, it's not only what they say in their books, but it's like playing the music. When you first start writing, you play songs that people are familiar with, you know, and sounds that they're familiar with. So when you first start off, you study in management, you study regular standard management. You study leadership, you study regular leadership. But as you move along, you start playing your own sound. That internal, you know what I mean? They said, man, that's the so-and-so sound there. That's that man's sound. And you could hear it. He didn't start off with that sound. He played what everybody else played, and then he adjusted himself and he adjusted the audience to like what he was putting out. That's what we've done. Look, they can say what they want. I already know what's happening with the people. The people are not coming here, but we have respect in every place. We have respect. The people, and the people, the Negroes here that have been doing it, they know, man, this is the real deal, because it wasn't supposed to last but 3 or 4 years. And here it is here, 33 years, something like that, 30. It's way up there. Whatever 1989 was when I came here, I was here a couple of times. That's a while back. That 33 years ago? 1989. It is 33 years ago. Just being here. Okay. I came here because this was the most police-infested city in the United States. That's why I came here. Everybody was police or potential police. Talking about the movement, they had ruined everything here. So that's why we came here. We said if we can go there and last 5 years, we get all the game that Boss Man got. That's exactly what. Shoot. After 5 years, we didn't have a scratch on us, and he done threw everything at us. I'm not bragging, but I'm just telling you, you have to know the score, and you have to know who you are. This is what the old battle people, Lao Tzu's, know yourself, know your enemy, 1,000 battles, 1,000 victories. So here, you have to know, what does God give you, right? If he gave you the ability to stand alone by yourself and not feel nothing, then use it. If everybody else suffer from peer group pressure, that's their problem. It ain't your problem. You're not fighting the war with what they got. You're fighting the war with what Allah give you. Those are things. So do you perform better in isolation or better in public? You perform better in isolation because for whatever amount of years, you was trained in that. They always isolated you. They always cut you off. Always. Never a place that they didn't do it. From one place to another. It builds character. You even get a chance to read. You start loving to read, because in isolation a lot of times they They don't want you to read. They always have a Bible in there. But, so guess what? You start loving to read. Why? Because they told you you're not supposed to do it. So when you buffing the little floors, you snatch a book or a little library, snatch a book, put it on you, and sneak a book back to your cell. You're on punishment. You ain't supposed to read. Since you ain't supposed to do it, you do it. I'm trying to tell you that boss man helps you. And then guess what you like? You happen to like history. Good God Almighty. You happen to like history. History is no problem. Other people, they can't put this together, and that, but you have a natural knack for it. When stuff are getting ready to happen, you know sometimes from knowing the cycles and the patterns of history, just when it's ready to fall on you, you step off and go somewhere else. Because that's all you studied is history. You love it. You love it. What I'm trying to say is, that's why we chose nonviolent resistance. Everybody did everything that they could to try to make us violent. Well, you can't do nothing to boss man getting mad, right? He got all kind of dumb police. So what you gonna do with boss man being mad is mess up. That's all you're gonna do. Credit the big hero Muhammad Ali. Now everybody in Oakland know when we went there to hang with him. This is all my crew. They know this is when he was having financial difficulty. Now everybody that's with me know all of them had their pockets was fat. I'm the only one that didn't have fat pockets. So I emptied their pockets and gave it to him. At that time, it was a nice bit of money because he needed money. The other people didn't even think like that. They didn't even think like that. When he passed away, they had niggas that never even seen him or know nothing about him. Who cares? Why? Because we developed the Muhammad Ali and Jack Johnson style. Haven't lost a fight yet. This is like fun. It don't make no difference what it looked like. There's nothing could be any more fun than this. That if you last in a battle 10 times longer than anybody expected, it makes you feel pretty good. Hey, that's all right. And then if you start dropping, you start forecasting, you start making points, and then you start clipping boss man and his eyes, he blinked like this. He said, oh, boss, that's you, boss man? Right? Yeah, I'm telling you, that's what happens. This is a real fight. But you have to keep what Allah give you. If Allah gave you humor and compassion for people, you can't throw it away. I've seen people get mean-spirited and they start losing. No. You don't let boss man change you. You let scriptures change you. Non-violent resistance. 10,000 people and came by talking about, we got to get the white man. So you don't have to get nobody. Well, he's mean. He's this. I say, so you have to tell us that the white man is mean, the Zionist is mean. This is a new revelation that you just got. That he's mean beyond, he's equal to satanic in his unnecessary evil. Unnecessary evil. Okay. So one of our main defenses, we called it years ago the absurdity defense. Like everything they did to us or they do to us. This is absurd. I'm telling you, look. I'm telling you. Here they are, right here. They must be trying to help. This is our masjid. Everybody knows it's our masjid. We live inside over in the corner. And we've been there at that time for almost 40 years, 30-something years. Okay. So it's absurd. And here's the Negro standing there with a picture. Now, what do the people think? Wait a minute. Now, the people kind of know what's happening. They said, you couldn't raise money and the guy let you be on an account and and you had access to, at that time, $35,000 and you spent it all. You spent it just like that. In no time.